Thanks, Denny, and welcome back to Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, talking about the do's and the don'ts of the financial markets. When we say the financial markets, that is all of the markets. We get into different techniques and strategies about stock, options, futures, forex, and we talk about our strategy, that online trading academy, which is designed to teach you to make better investing decisions. And if you happen to miss that investing class that we do virtually, we also have these in our center on Bloomington, but virtually, you can just go to otamin.com or just text the word invest to the number 484848. When you do that, you're going to get a text back with that same link, otamin.com, minn.com. Pick a date for this class. When you do that, you're going to get a financial quick start kit, which will help you get started right away. And as we ended that last segment, I forgot to do my first rule of success. So let's do that right now. That first one today, Al, is think positive. You got to think positive in what you're doing, because if you think negative things are more likely to happen.
Absolutely.
So think positive, and positive things can happen for you, especially in the financial markets. Think positive with what you're doing. But you have to have a strategy, Al. That's a positive strategy that's designed to teach you to make better investing decisions. You have to have the right markets that you're trading as well. I mean, think about it, especially this week. What's that great thing that came out this week? Bitcoin ETF. There's a lot of investors that just don't know what Bitcoin is or cryptocurrency. Well, now there's an opportunity with the stock market, which is an ETF. It's the same, basically traded just like a stock. You have the opportunity to get into Bitcoin. But just so everybody knows, this is a futures-backed ETF. So it's not actual Bitcoin. So the great thing is there's going to be 2 more coming out this week the way it looks. So there's great opportunities in the markets, but you got to understand how to buy them, where to buy, where to sell, proper risk management. And as I ended that last segment too, how the institutions are doing that, right? Mind you, the institutions are buying at big numbers, millions and billions of dollars at a time, right? So they move these markets. So they're taking that $100, I mean, it's usually millions of dollars, but let's make it simple. $100 and turning it into 2, taking that 200 and turning it to 4. Now, these strategies that they're using are available to us as well. So let's talk about those strategies, some of the things that they're doing, and how us as average investors can trade like them.
Well, yeah, you talked about, I think you used the word financial markets. Most people are familiar with the stock market and mutual funds, and that's pretty much it. But the institutions, the big players, the hedge fund managers, what we call the smart money, or what I call the elephants in the market, they're trading other things. There are numerous financial markets. The stock market is the smallest of them. You've got the futures market, which is much bigger. You've got the foreign exchange market, which is the biggest market that's out there, trading over $5 trillion a day. Why aren't the retail traders taught about those things? Why are they not put into those things? Because the institutions are using them. Sometimes the firm that you are placing your money with is actually trading in those assets, but not putting you in them. Well, it's a lot easier for them to put you in a mutual fund or some kind of a portfolio that's already put together. But these are short-term trading vehicles. We talk often about income and wealth. And those are 2 different things. And the way you invest for them, the way you approach the markets and the market you use will be different for each.
Yeah.
The income portion of it is, I believe, is the most important, because you're going to use that as you're working, as you're building up your wealth for retirement. But then also when you go into retirement, you need to replace what the money that came in from your job. That income is gone. So learning how to trade the markets for income becomes important when you're in retirement too. However, those are strategies that most people are not taught. Even if you go into a financial advisor and you say, my goal is to generate short-term income, they might put you in dividend stocks. But how much are those paying now? Not very much. Not much. Bonds, the 10-year bond is maybe around 1.65, 1.7%.
Woohoo.
Yeah, and then what's inflation? It's more than that. So you're negative with some of those income-producing things. But there are assets you can use. The futures market, the foreign exchange market, the options market, great for short-term, mid-term, and long-term trading and investing. But most people are just not exposed to those things by their financial advisors. And the financial education, you're not getting it in school. You're not getting it in college or high school. So that's why places like the Online Trading Academy are so popular, because that is exactly what they do. They teach these different financial assets, based on what's appropriate for you.
Yep.
Because everybody is going to be a little different in what their goals are and what their personality makeup is. So the right asset should be identified to help you go from where you are now to where you want to be in the future.
Yeah.
You have to have a plan that actually helps you to do that.
I think that is why, Al, we do see so many people on these virtual investing classes, just seeing how these markets work, but how the institutions are creating income all of the time.
Right.
And the strategy that's designed to teach you how to do that is called core strategy, and it's kind of opening your eyes to see how that's done, because these techniques and strategies that they are doing, it's available to us. You just have to learn, and that's where you take that chance. Take that chance to learn something, and you have to do that now, especially for people that are looking for income potential during their working years. But it's important to create that income potential now, so you're ready for retirement, because what happens when you retire? Your job stops. That stream has stopped.
That's gone.
Think of it this year. We had a very dry year. I went up north, and there was a lot of rivers that were dry. That's what happens when you go into retirement. That river or that capital, that flow of money stops. So having that potential to create that now into retirement, that could make a huge difference for people. So if you want to see what that takes, see exactly what it takes to create income potential in the markets, how to use that during your working years or during retirement, these investing classes, they're nice and short for people that are online. They're 45 minutes, and they go through all that stuff. What are the right assets to trade? How do you use leverage properly? So just text the word invest to the number 484848. You're going to receive a link back. That link is actually otamin.com. That's otaminn.com. So if you're on your computer, you can just go right there if you want and pick a date for one of these classes. We have several per day. Now, which basically means it is easy for anybody to attend. What's pretty cool, Al, is the public or everybody has been so conditioned to kind of stay home and do things now. Well, that's a great thing. We come to your home and virtually, and we do these investing classes right for you. So it's nice and easy. Text the word invest to the number 484848 or go to otamin.com and register for one of these free classes. When you do that, you're also going to receive a financial quick start kit that'll help you get started right away. And that's what you got to think about too. What would you do if you had more income potential? You have to do different things. You have to be different in different markets, not just a buy and hold strategy. I think we talked about we do several shows per week. We were talking about it in a show earlier this week where there's roughly about 60 to 70% of potential returns in the market in 2021. But the public has only gotten, much less than that if they're in a buy and hold strategy. But talk a little bit about how to use leverage, being more capital efficient.
Yeah, well, when we talk about futures, forex, and options, those are leveraged assets, and a lot of people that are listening may not know anything about those assets. Maybe a little bit apprehensive because they don't know anything about them. When that's where fear comes from, just the unknown, not knowing anything about something. But here's one of the things that helps you to gain the confidence or use these assets with confidence, and that is how you invest. It doesn't make any difference whether you are using the stock market, the futures market, the foreign exchange market, or the options market. The most important thing is to identify the right price to enter your position, the right price to get out of your position with a profit, and the right price to get in that allows you to have the lowest risk assess the risk potential there. It's part of risk management. The most important thing is identifying when you get out of a trade or investment. And there's two ways. There's two exits. One is if you're wrong when you get in, and you want to make sure that if you're wrong, that you're out with the least amount of loss possible. And by the way,
you're right.
And you're right, you want to have the greatest amount of profit potential. And the problem with what most people are put into, that buy and hold, does not take price into consideration. It's basically just putting your money in the market, get in the market and just hold on for long periods of time. Well, you're not taking into consideration the potential profit, and you're not looking at taking profits, and also you're not looking at that risk management portion, which is really critical. And here, this is the fact, Josh, preservation of capital is the number one goal. Making a profit is the second goal. That comes as long as you are following a risk strategy that does exactly what I said, that gives you the opportunity to have the least amount of risk possible. And that's what comes with a plan. If you don't have a plan that allows you to identify the right price to get in and out of something, then you're just gambling, you're guessing. Even William O'Neill, who started Investors Business Daily, great news publication, he said the whole secret to winning in the stock market is to lose the least amount possible when you're not right. That's exactly what we're saying. That's what you should concentrate on. The profit part really comes. That's the easy part.
It's a byproduct.
It is, and that's the byproduct you want. But you want to make sure that you're achieving or gaining the greatest amount of profit, that potential that is there. And that, again, gets down to identifying the right price to get in and the right price to get out. That's what our core strategy is built around.
Yeah, and when Al's talking about the right price, where all this is found and done is on a price chart. And basically, it's just candlesticks. It's price within a certain amount of time, right? Mm-hmm. Now, it's understanding how to read that price chart. Okay, so if you think about this, most of us, I'm assuming anyway, everybody listening right now can read. Everybody has learned how to read a story. So it's the same thing. You understand how to read that story and anticipate where prices will turn and where they will go. And that's where that strategy is designed to follow those institutions where they are turning the price. But you got to have a plan to do that. And Al, in these investing classes, we get into that price chart, what that looks like, how supply and demand actually works in the financial markets, and how to start reading that story to make better investing decisions and anticipate where price may go. So call, actually, let's do it. Yeah, let's do a call. Call 952-814-4410. I mean, you can register for this investing class virtually. It's only 45 minutes. As I said earlier, we can come right to our home, which is virtual. Or you can just go to the website, which is otamin.com. That's otaminn.com. Al, coming up next, I want to talk more about the strategy that's designed to follow the institutions, but more in retirement. We have so many people come to these virtual classes that want to know more how to manage their retirements, how to protect them. Let's talk about that coming up next. Text the word INVEST to the number 484848 for this investing class. It's virtual or right here in Bloomington. We'll be right back.